we have Madoka against Slime. Not a very common matchup, but
Especially since you don't see Madoka that often these days,
Yeah.
right?
Slime is a choice. So pretty straightforward game plan for that deck. Basically, the most important part is just that Madoka gets out of first deck safely, and if it can set up like a good free fresh compression loop, then the Rimuru Restander is gonna be a lot less scary. But since Madoka doesn't have a lot of reach and you don't have a lot of first deck speed, like the game could go very poorly like very quickly. But if Madoka can stabilize it too, it should be like fine.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, this is an 8 cent by slime build.
No, it's a choice.
It's 8 choice?
Yeah.
Ooh, 8 choice.
So
Actually, I
there's a
haven't
lot
seen
of
that
reach.
much. Yeah, there is a lot of reach, yeah. So we do see
I assume the Madoka is like choice plus something. Well, we definitely see the
choice
choice.
plus something, yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely see the choice.
Someone? You can elite in the niche
So we see a judge being called.
Oh, he's asking for a ruling. Well,
Regarding the chaser. Okay, so maybe it was about if you place one character there, then the chaser can run away, right? Since it specifically states it needs to be put in front of a character.
I mean, I assume there's like some card that has like an effect. Like maybe it's like one of. I actually don't remember if Madoka has like the Rudy PR thing that pops a card. Maybe it was something with that.
There's also
Because
this
I
one,
actually don't know what that card is, sadly.
sadly.
Um,
Well,
it's not attacking, so I guess he can chase. Uchi.
he's playing another one. Do you know that card?
Oh, okay, that's the. Is it the clean card? Actually, don't remember.
Well, we're gonna see, I guess. As it is a closed deckless tournament, we don't have access to decklists right now.
Yeah.
Those will be available later, but we're gonna do our best to still commentate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Ricky triggered.
Yeah,
I think we should know most cards except like some of the zeros.
yeah,
I'm
totally.
not sure what the Iroha is, but yeah. So
Top
running
four-
away, maybe it's like a power pump, so that's why he chased to the other lane, so that he doesn't get the reverse.
Yeah, we see Bappo in chat asking for top four. Bappo, top four is basically only Dutchies.
Yeah,
It's Dutch locals right now.
Ricky, pretty good setup.
Yep.
Probably grabbing level 1 combo. If he has clean cut here, it's also like pretty solid.
Yeah, I think a clean cut here is really good.
But just grabs the level 1.
Just grabs the combo. Really shiny one, really nice looking.
Yeah, deck is almost like it's like half max already.
Yeah, it's
Some
really
cards are
nice.
missing. The foils look really good.
This is totally how he got in this position to
Yeah,
play top four. right?
just play more foils.
Yeah, play more
Forehand.
foils. Buy more booster packs.
Yeah. Probably feels like unless his hand is really bad, you'll probably attack 3 times here.
Yeah, maybe even as a clean cut.
The thing you need to be a bit mindful of is that you need full board for the level 1. So if you don't have a Ricky or something,
that's
might
pretty
be hard
hard.
to have like 5 characters to put down.
Ricky, not a runner.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 8 choice Madoka.
Yeah, okay. Levels up.
Like having a fast game is really not desirable for Madoka.
Yeah,
Since
I
it-
wonder
since-
what is desirable for Madoka. In a slow game against 8 choice slime, I think I would be pretty scared.
Well, the deck can compress pretty well if it gets like the time to set up. So the last cancel like kind of saved it. So you're just at 1-2 now.
I see.
But if he has the Ricky, it's like also awkward because then you're 1-3, and then next turn he's gonna play another climax presumably. So he just needs to stick 2 swings to put you at level 2 before refresh, and that's like a really annoying situation.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, has the Ricky for the combo because there was 1 in clock last turn, like at level 0, and 1 in clock now. So he has like maximum 1 in hand. So Ricky's for the second or the first one, depending.
What's the card he's looking for? He's searched.
Oh, that's a combo.
I see. Well, he is level 1, so he's probably just going to attempt to combo, right?
Yeah,
There's no way
there's
then.
no real reason not to.
What do you think happens here if Kevin actually stays at level 0?
That's probably like actually like a slight win condition for Madoka.
Yeah, I think so too. 'Cause-
Because the Rimuru Chiri only grabs level 1 or higher, so he might run out of like zeros to attack with. And also the level 1 combos then start living, and then you can like start snowballing on compression.
yeah, exactly. It's also, not only that, but if he doesn't reach level 1, he's gonna invest more hand into
Yeah.
having a board. That means that there's even less chance of having full board for the combo, right?
Has Suriki for another combo, so he didn't have any combos in hand. Kind of unlucky. And also like the Rikis are like pretty annoying because now like one you can attack with, you can just attack the Riki lane from Slam. But the other one is gonna be stuck there, and then because you're playing like refreshes and early play healers, it's you generally don't really have space to attack with the Rikis often, like mid to late game. But I think he's just gonna hold the level ones, or like I guess one of them, and it's just gonna attack. Like this would probably not play a climax here. Maybe hope that the slime player cancels.
What do you think if his hand
Take it level
actually
0.
didn't have any playables except the Rikis?
Yeah, that's only it. It's a power pump, and he can pay 1 to sack it to like look it for it.
At first I thought he grabbed for his stock and didn't find it. But yeah, he put a coin there.
Yeah, just to signify the power pump.
Yep.
And the Riki also pumps power on attack. So yeah, I'm not gonna play the climax, just gonna attack. If Slime cancels here, it's like actually pretty bad for Slime. But if he doesn't cancel, it's like annoying. And you don't really want to not attack on the last lane because you just give them a free plus, and then like them being stuck at 0 matters a lot plus. Especially since you have like zeros out on board, so you can actually kill them with his own zeros. So sticking them at 0 is also like less important. Gets a choice trigger, which helps a bit with like the lack of resources right now. Could kickstart something, but if Slime doesn't use the Cheery, so I guess his hand is pretty good, or he doesn't have something he wants to drop.
He is clocking.
Yeah, it has to clock, I
Yeah.
think. Because like he has to
You do
field
need to
5
field
characters.
5,
Yeah. Swaps for the other climax because he
that's
drew
pretty good,
2 of the level 3 climaxes.
Having
Swing is
access
back.
to the climax swap is just so nice.
Yeah, Madoka doesn't have that.
What does Madoka have?
Refreshes.
Oh, that's true. Mushiku Tensei doesn't
Okay, yeah,
have those.
he gets the board.
Yeah.
It has triple combo, has the brainstorm.
That's a really good position.
Yeah. Unless Madoka like double cancels here, it's gonna be a very rough game. Especially since Slime is like 1-1. So unless they like full eat the next climax, they're gonna be
Oh, Madoka
Level
canceling
1.
is really good for it.
yeah. First cancel really important. Hopefully another one.
If this deck is max there, no way he loses. I mean, yeah, that's how he got to top 4, right? We talked about it earlier. If you
Yeah.
have more foils, you cancel more. That's just the logic behind it. Alright, so triggers a choice.
There's gonna be lots of choices this game. 8 choice against 8 choice.
8 choice against 8 choice. I do love having choices.
So double cancel, so Madoka
Maybe
still in
triple
this?
cancel?
No.
No. Okay,
So-
choice done.
Depending on how his hand, like if he has to clock, it's still kind of awkward, but at least he gets to use the refresh hand.
Yeah.
But ideally he'd just feel like double combo or something. He still has 1-1-0 from last turn.
Yeah, he definitely has at least one. There's
and
one
just,
in clock.
And just mills down to like 1 card left.
Yeah. There is one in clock, so at most he has 2 in hand. But yeah, the fact that he searched 2.
Oh, actually he can only have 1 because there was 2 in waiting room and he searched 2 and
Oh,
1
okay.
just died. So he can only have 1 in hand. Yeah. He could hit a salvage brainstorm. I think he's just playing the red salvage brainstorm. I didn't see the tap 2 Eat of No brainstorm.
Well, we're gonna see, right?
By the way, is the volume okay? Question mark. For like speed. Okay, yeah.
I mean, there's also climax in there, so it's fine-ish. Right?
Yeah, he probably had to like clock to get the climax in bin because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of discard outs in Madoka.
Yeah, you see that people doing a lot sometimes. It's also not that bad. Getting 6 cards plus a climax in is fine-ish. It's obviously not ideal, but better than keeping it in hand.
Yeah.
Gold is pretty small next turn.
He probably needs. Like, I'm not sure how many cards he has in deck, but probably if he hit brainstorms, he can use the free fresh.
Thanks for
And
the raid,
hits.
Weiss and Chill.
So hits 1. Oh, unlucky, it's 6 cards, I think. So you can't use the free fresh yet. And there's like, I don't think I saw any of the top track ads in his list, so it's gonna be, he can't really remove more cards without paying extra stock. But I guess maybe he's just gonna crack the back row to like play the free fresh.
Yeah, maybe that works.
Because if the slime player doesn't have the 1/0 Rimuru that gets like 4k on play or on attack, it's gonna be hard for him to like reverse the refresher next
Holy
turn.
shit, Madoka is top card. Yeah, I mean, it had to happen, right? This is why I bought the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Madoka.
Okay, so he has another of the level 3 choice in hand. Oh, the drop search also works like thin a card. If he doesn't want to use the back row. That's the bomb, the twin ref bomb. I guess it's just gonna.
He's just gonna free fresh first, right?
He should probably refresh then play the 1/0. And I'm not sure if he has the climax for the 1/0. Full. We can't see the waiting room.
So they're probably asking for some information right now, namely the Sayaka's Wish backup event.
Yeah, probably. It's like, unless he's playing the anti-change, that's the only backups the Madoka
Yeah.
deck is gonna run.
Looks like Kevin got caught off guard by the artwork of one of the other cards right there. Gotta say, me
Wait.
too.
Wait, he needs to like send something to memory before he like shuffles his deck.
Yeah, I think he's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Almost forgot the memory. Alright. So, what do you think is his game plan here? Does he play the combo? He still has one left.
Well, if he has the climax, obviously you play the combo. But it's also awkward because he doesn't have a waiting room right now.
Do you think he
So-
has the climax though?
Yeah, I think
I
the way
didn't count.
with how this turn panned out, I think he just doesn't have the level 1 climax.
Yeah.
And he had like double of the level 3 instead. So he's just gonna like play the combo down and attack and like crush the last lane. Can he beat 5? No, he's only 5k unless he has a climax. So he has to crash the last lane.
This chair is really something else.
Spinny chair.
Spinny chair. Man, if only I was sitting on the player chairs.
If only.
If only. Wait, they could be taken both ways, huh? Well, if you couldn't tell as a viewer, we scrubbed out. But
Yeah. Never lucky, sometimes happens.
yeah, but the
Okay.
Dutch locals made it, so it's fine. So he didn't
Okay, so
play the
see-
1-0.
Oh, he's a third level 3 climax
Yeah,
in
okay,
hand.
so he just slams that.
Yeah. Then he can actually reach with the drop search to like win all 3 lanes.
I mean, and that's good, right? It's like obviously the situation is not at all ideal, but being
that
able to
trigger is
Yeah, the trigger is-
a bit yikes.
that's
like-
perfectly what you not want to see after refresh. It's similar to
The issue here is that he's not gonna be able to like really compress himself, and Slime is just gonna like destroy him when he gets to 3, unless like he gets some lucky cancels here.
yeah, Slime 8 choice top end is really scary.
I mean, the good thing is that the refresh probably lives here, so that helps.
Maybe. I mean, while the situation wasn't ideal, at least you managed to remove all the level 1 climax combos from
Just
Kevin.
maybe he will just not attack 3 times next turn Copium. Yeah, for Slime it's basically I assume he's just gonna brainstorm and like field 3 attackers.
Boy.
Okay, so he is running the 1-0 attacker, but since it's a search brainstorm, it's like likely he just doesn't have like good targets left, so he probably can't kill. Oh, he actually does have the attacker.
Yeah, he also does look through his deck.
Yeah. Put the attacker to front, but he still needs like climax or some other power pump to reach the free fresh, since he can also pump it with brainstorm.
Maybe it also makes sense to just give up on reaching the free fresh and just slamming it in, since you are playing
I
a choice.
assume he's just I just grabbed the attacker. I'm not sure if he can reach or not, but like there's no real reason to like grab the combo if you don't have another choice. So can use the CX swap to attack this turn.
I think you can.
Is it the drop salvage? I think that's the drop salvage.
What you just play?
I'm not sure. Did he not show the? He searched the 1-0. Like we know it because we like saw it, but maybe he didn't reveal it. Actually, didn't pay attention.
Yeah, maybe you just
Forgot.
told him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, these two players do know each other after all.
Yeah. And they're basically playing locals.
Yeah.
So they
That's the
might
fun
be
part.
shortcutting some things.
Maybe.
So I assume that's the drop salvage, and you can use, if you use the drop salvage, you can pump 1k, and then the 1-0 can tie the 2-1. So you get to remove it.
And that's a lot of climaxes in the waiting room for Kevin. So it's probably gonna get a good revision.
Yeah, I think he's one. Does he have one more in hand? Can't really tell. No.
I don't think he has any in hand. I
Yeah,
think he's just
because he grabbed the CX drop
yeah,
salvage.
exactly.
I don't know that foil. Is it the twin drive maybe? Probably the
I
twin
think
drive.
it is a twin drive mini. Madoka cancelling.
That's good, especially on the direct lane. So if he doesn't trigger, you're taking 2 damage is perfectly fine. Somewhat important to note, Slime doesn't have the 1-1 out, so he doesn't get to like marker the 1-1 for the climax for late game, so he might also just miss the climax at level 3.
Oh, that's true. You do need the marker for that, but he's still at 1-4. So
You can always just eat 9.
yeah, I mean, I would know,
Yeah.
but we will see, right? He is getting a really good revision.
Yeah. Should be so.
Yeah, it should be
Another
a 7 revision.
combo in level, combo in clock.
Yeah,
Pretty annoying.
that's not what you want to see as Madoka.
Okay. Just takes 2 damage, it's fine.
Situation is already.
I think center should be. Does the Rimuro brainstorm give power?
I don't know.
If it does, then he just swings over. But if it doesn't, I think it's a tie in center. Unless Madoka didn't assign the brainstorm power.
That might be possible.
Yes. Like he probably clocks for level 1 CX here.
Yeah, I think you do want to clock here. Like, you really don't have resources. You definitely, obviously, want to try field.
Like usually, like normal turn here would be just like clock, try to find climax, and then use the Felicia early play and one of the 1-0s he has from last turn and level 0 to like beat over the twin drive, because the twin drive is really low power, so you can just use any. Clocking the level 3 event is very interesting. So his hand is either stacked or he just has a bunch of them in hand.
Yeah, that might be possible. What does the event do again?
It's heal 1, search 1, so it's
Yeah.
really strong event if you can pull it.
Yeah,
Like
Madoka does love
the-
heal
the-
events, huh?
The more you can keep in hand of those, the better, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
3 heals, right?
Yeah.
Like not 3. But
it's like it can be free if you just use the 3-1 to search color. It's basically a 3-0 here. He'll event the top checks. So I think he can't use the early play anymore now because of the. I think this is his third climax,
This should be
or his second, but I think it's his third.
I can't see.
Yeah. Grabs the bomb to pay out potential triggers, and also just like answers the lane. Is somewhat annoying to deal with if you're still level 1, because then you don't have a card that can trade into it and live. But if he's level 2, you can just use an early play to clean that lane.
I really wonder what Melvin is planning in the long run here. I think maybe accumulate some stock, try to preserve hand, right?
Yeah.
But
It's like, because he brainstormed and he assigned power, he like can't use the clean cut here. So now he basically pops the back row, so he has a back row space to like cut into. And if he mills clean here and then either triggers 1 or 0, then he's like in a fine spot. He should have 4 climaxes left, something to cancel and stay at 2. Like you don't want to hit level 3 if you can afford. Okay, the Sayaka EP. Kind of don't want to use that card proactively because it's like after his turn he's just gonna he's gonna sack the lane one turn, and then the turn after the Sayaka is just gonna be weak and can't answer anything. So ideally you'll always want to use it to like answer one of the opponent's early plays.
that makes sense.
So maybe not an ideal hand for him right now. I think we know like. I didn't see what he dropped for the wish, but we know that he has wish, and he grabbed the level 1 combo at some point.
Yeah, it
Might
was
have
a yellow card that he dropped, so
Yeah,
it might have been the.
If he dropped the combo, then we just know wish and
Yeah.
like 2 random cards.
So this situation is looking kind of grim for Madoka.
Yeah, it's not a good spot. Also, like he put a character in back row again, so he can't clean cut. He can like bomb the 1-0 and then like rest the bomb again to have it live, but he could also just have
not
killed
do
the
it.
card straight up.
I mean,
it's not really.
why would you
it's not
want to do
real
that?
value.
You need to style on your opponent, right?
Yeah.
If you don't style on your opponent, why bother? And just once again, the reason
is-
we're not doing too much detail or too much detailed information is because both of these players can hear us if we're talking too loud.
Yeah,
So
would rather not discern key information
yeah, exactly.
that the other player might not know
Yeah.
about.
Even
Obviously, if he searches something, we can talk about it because
Yeah,
we, just,
yeah, of course.
we can just assume that the player remembers.
Yeah.
So Slime cancels twice.
Normally, he did refresh 7.
Yeah,
With
he hit a pretty good refresh.
He has a lot of stock, so it was a really
But
good refresh.
Madoka didn't have big swings, so he could have taken it. But like, whether Slime is like 2-1 or 2-0 here doesn't really matter all that much because he's probably gonna play like the stock healers if he took the damage. But
He did take the damage. He went to 2-4, but
2-0.
yeah, 2-0. But that's exactly the problem, right?
Yeah, so now you don't. He also runs the. He doesn't only run the stock healer. He also runs the check X, so you can just use that early play if you want. But he also just doesn't need to use the early play right now. Like the only thing you'd need it for is to like win the suicide lane without like having to forfeit the lane yourself because it's a bomb. And yeah, he just uses the check X or PP here. But he uses the check X before playing any other characters, so you can only look at 3.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Why would you do that? Maybe he doesn't have playables, but that's basically not.
What? Yeah, I think it works.
Basically not possible.
I mean, you do it like this if you were hoping to draw into a specific card to like field on the lanes you left empty, more or less. But that said, you probably still just play the 4th card, and then play the EP, look at 4, and then like fill the last lane with whatever you grab. Oh, sure. does
did
not
you
hit
wanna
the
say?
brainstorm. I wanted to say like he brainstormed after playing the EP because otherwise he would lose the EP condition.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Happened to me more than once. Not this deck, but if you don't pay attention.
probably just plays the 1-0 here. If he has one. Yeah, he has combo.
Asking for power.
Okay, that's twin drive.
Playing the twin drive melee.
I'm not sure why the field configuration is as is. Plays level 3 climax. Because the way he has it now, like the bottom deck bomb is gonna bottom deck another card instead of just attacking with the EP on the bottom deck lane.
Yeah.
The Sayaka lane you have to sack anyways, but like the twin drive would also beat the clean cut.
Maybe he doesn't want to risk
Maybe he doesn't want to risk
getting
a
clean
counter.
cut. Yeah, I don't know.
But even counter only ties, I think. But still saves the lane, sure.
Yeah, it does save a lane. I mean, you can still just attack there first.
Yeah, that's
and,
true. Then it doesn't save it.
Yeah.
It's probably slight error on placement.
Yeah, probably. But maybe there's a greater plan to what
To the
cards
madness.
Yeah, to the exactly.
Or Madoka is just gonna eat everything and it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, of course. Have you played Madoka? I don't
True
think so.
suffering experience.
Yeah.
Triggers one choice. Stays at 1 so far, so that's fine, and also gets paid off with the
That's
trigger.
exactly what a twin drive feeling is so good, or twin drive in general is so good. If you
Yeah.
play a climax that is not gold bar, you can just pay that out immediately.
And the advantage of the Millim is that it's 0 and it can also sometimes profitably attack into level 1s because it's so big. Basically.
That
So
also,
if you
yeah.
play a CX, you swing at 5k. 5k can answer a lot of the level 1 climax combos or like level 1s with utility effects.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's thinking here, probably this. I mean, the only thing you can really think here about is using Wish, but I don't think wishing here is gonna be put you in a good spot.
I mean, does it? Yeah, it probably matters if you wish here and not later. Yeah.
Well, because you the Sayaka dies if you wish here, so.
Yeah, I mean, that as well.
Uh,
But it's also the case of wishing earlier is not that good because you need to you wanna conceal more information from the opponent, right? By not playing the wish
yeah,
counter.
the wish has like a lot of utility in terms of like what it picks you up from clock. It could pick up like another heal event, and also like you don't wanna. Like you just invested 2 stock into the Sayaka, you don't want to just sack it off immediately.
Yeah. But it's also just in general, typically you do want to wait till the last moment to play that event, right? It does go to memory, and also.
I mean, if you have like a good card on top that you just want, like the heal event, then you'd use it earlier. Or if you have like, say you're 3 cards in deck and the last lane swings a 2 and there's 1 climax, maybe you can use it to like guarantee the cancel because you make him swing for 1 more soul when you sack the lane. There's like niche scenarios, but usually you'd want to keep it at level 3, yeah.
Yeah, that
Because
makes sense.
heals always decompress you to some extent, and you'd rather like use them as late as possible if you can, unless you're like afraid of dying from the spot.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Madoka is level 3 now anyways, so no.
Yeah, so Zabuton says pretty good stream setup you guys have.
Thank
this-
Bushy Road? Question mark?
No, not Bushy Road, but
Outpost.
Outpost Antwerp. Big
Oh.
thanks once more. They're letting us stream here, and they are the ones that actually set up this stream setup. We basically just adjusted the camera a bit.
Yeah.
But
Pretty nice.
it's a really nice game store in general, and also in the gaming area downstairs,
Yeah.
the card game area. They have a table in the back with
For us
streaming.
to sit on, yeah.
For streaming, so it's really nice. Big thanks again. You know.
I mean, I assume here you just brainstorm and then free fresh?
He's playing the heal event.
Yeah. Maybe he has a free fresh in deck.
Maybe
he's
he-
not
I mean-
playing the heal event.
Maybe he wants to play the heal event search
But
before
ideally,
you brainstorm. So that,
but ideally you'd like brainstorm and then free fresh and then search from the new deck. Unless he knows that what he wants is in there, but even then, if you use it in the new deck, you can decompress 1 and you also get to heal after you've refreshed, so you also get to keep the clock compression.
that's
a
very
bit
true.
long.
But if you have slim chances of hitting the brainstorm, then maybe
Yeah.
searching first makes sense.
Yeah.
to increase those chances.
Or for example, he has the free fresh here,
Yeah.
so he just wanted the free fresh, so
Exactly.
he grabs
So
it.
there can
Because if he brainstorms here before, then he could mill out the
Yeah,
free fresh, and
exactly.
then he doesn't have access if he.
milling your targets is also a reason why maybe you wouldn't want to
Yeah.
do that first. Right, so here is the brainstorm as you called it out. Does hit?
Does it? But like, the thing is, I don't see any Kaorus in his deck, so he's gonna just have struggles with stock because now he has the free fresh and then he's at 0 stock again, and he also can't really use choice triggers in the new deck because he's just
Yeah.
gonna free fresh and then he's not gonna have a waiting
It's
roll.
gonna be
So he's
yeah.
gonna be very limited on stock. So I think the best game plan you can have here is just to try and like play the free fresh, attack 3 times, try to play for another turn, and put him to high level 2, and then try to finish him with double Iroha. But you saw just the bigger healer here. So maybe playing for more than 2 turns now.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely are, right? Your opponent, who is still at good compression, is at 2-0. You really have to play for more than 2 turns here.
Or the opponent just eats 9, who
Or
knows?
the opponent just eats 9, who knows? I mean,
it's
if he
hard
does, it's good, right?
It's hard for him to play for more than 2 turns because like he's not exactly compressed, so he's probably gonna eat like 2-3 damage next turn and then 2-3 damage the turn after. But if he can,
I mean, he's almost not not compressed at all, right?
Yeah.
There's
so he does still have
11
wish
cards
for 1 heal, and he's gonna have 3 stock, so he can heal 1 more time. Since he's probably gonna play the early play and not the finisher, he can have a maximum of 1 finisher the turn after. I think the best shot you have at winning the game is probably just trying to like push a bit damage here and trying to keep him at level 2, and then try to like just one tap him from level 2 with the combo.
That's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It's definitely an uphill battle.
Especially deliberately letting your opponent stay on 2 has become increasingly more difficult with more
Yeah.
decks
Having
being able to
some-
just have a Ricky clocking themselves.
Yeah, like Slime does have Ricky's. I'm not sure how many he's running, but probably 4.
Yeah.
So he get like because he's also hitting free fresh. There's basically like between clocking Ricky and
refresh
a
point.
refresh point, he can already deal 3 damage to himself. So,
Yeah, exactly.
but if he has to use the Ricky, how much stock does he have? 7 or
It looks like
7?
7.
If he has to use Ricky and a check X, he can't. He can only attack 5 times, I think, and not 7.
No, only 5 times against
Yeah.
the 3-1 Madoka.
Yeah, obviously 3-1. Well, it's 3-0 theoretically because he has the con.
Yeah, the counter.
So 3-0 actually makes it a lot better because he's not gonna hit free fresh off of those attacks. But Slime just cancels. Okay, that's
Slime does eat 1 attack.
yeah, it's pretty solid.
mean,
so now he can
theoretically, that's
can
the
put
plan.
himself to level 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he reveals the card, not sure if they're gonna reshuffle the deck or if they'll just keep playing since he does have information now that there's a climax on top.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, I guess they are talking that it's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
And
once
since
again,
he's clocking, he's just drawing this.
once again, these 2 players do know each other. This is basically Netherlands locals.
Yeah.
The whole top 4 is.
So I
for
think
that
he's
matter.
refreshing 6 because there's 1 left in stock and he just clocked into 1. So I guess like if you refresh 6, like if he triggers off the new deck, you can actually just die next turn.
Does Madoka have that much finishing power with 3
Well,
stock?
you can use 1 Iroha, which is like 2. You either burn 2, 3, or 4. You pick.
So you burn 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn 4, a lot of reach. Like if with the he only needs to deal 9 damage. So if you do like 3, 3, 3, 3, the opponent can cancel once and he still dies.
Ah. I mean, with the reshuffle point, it's going to be at 2-4.
Like the main issue is if Madoka can't close the game next turn, it's looking pretty grim.
But to be fair, it has been looking grim for quite a while for Madoka.
Yeah.
So.
Well, That's just
Probably
Madoka
used for
things.
it. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Madoka things.
Does have the EP heal. I think the EP heal can scale the Sayakano, so
So that's good.
yeah, and also like keeps him a bit more outside of finishing range.
Yeah,
So
totally.
that's
This is the film. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay,
Yeah,
gonna
so
be more quiet now
we're gonna be more
because
quiet
they're
now.
distracted.
I hope people can still hear us.
Yeah.
They surely can, like. Write in chat if you can.
Yeah.
No one's writing. It's good. But it's also delayed.
I mean the stream has some delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why. Otherwise, them not saying anything is probably pretty. Oh, does refresh your climax?
Refresh the climax. That's, what
That's
we
how
wanna
it
see.
starts.
That is how it starts. Oh no.
Oh, I can feel the triple trigger.
Me too.
I think he doesn't have another early play. Yeah, so he's just gonna.
Welcome to the
Oh no, he does have a check
BSF
X.
top 4 ASMR stream.
Yeah. So probably uses the check X here. If he.
I don't know. Maybe you can move the mic more to your.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe we'll just do silent stream for the finals if it's doing like too loud.
Or maybe just have the game like one of the tables that's further behind.
Yeah, it depends on the. We're not showing the stream again, so they will move a little bit back. So
Yeah.
that doesn't matter.
We'll see.
Okay.
Move this here.
Yeah.
This here.
So I think if he he plays the level 3 climax, so he didn't get the level 1 climax. Off the clock. I think like obviously he can try to go for a game here with the climax, but like holding the climax is also pretty valid here. Just to like ensure you have it at 3. He's triggering a lot.
He's triggering.
This is like if I'm slime I'm sweating suddenly. Despite coasting before.
Well, you're a slime. How can you sweat? You can't sweat as a slime.
I'm pretty sure there's like sweat drops on the removal sometimes.
Isn't Rimuru just getting smaller then because of being a
Yeah.
slime?
True.
If you're sweating too much, you just turn to nothingness.
Yeah. But that's why I said I'm sweating a bit. Just to get smaller so
Yeah,
my
yeah.
deck gets compressed.
A bit smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compress myself.
Ah, there's the Sayaka's wish.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the ideal card to grab, but maybe he's afraid of side attack? No.
Does still
last.
E3.
Yeah. 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 He can't use wish again, so he's just gonna. Oof.
There's a time.
So time just got called. And-
Time
but-
did get called, but I think
but-
for tops maybe time won't be.
Oh, that's true.
used.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't think this game is gonna last more than 3 turns anymore. Like, it's basically do or die.
Yeah. In the 3-6.
He can't even clock for the climax, which is like pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Oof, just uses the Sayaka. So he does have one more heal available, so he doesn't die to refresh. So if he just cancels everything next turn, he can still live.
But he does need to cancel everything for
Yeah,
that.
it's an easy stick 10 scenario if you have a climax into level 3, but he doesn't have the climax or the level 3, so it's like not gonna be doable. If he has CX and triple triggers, he can stick 10, yeah. Because I think Slime is out like 6, so if the climaxes are just on bottom, he can actually just eat 10 here.
Yeah.
Or he can just cancel with the 2 climaxes he has left. That's also doable. Okay.
There's the...
Probably just grabs the level 3 combo, right? Because you can wish, and then still play the level 3 next turn. And like hope you draw the climax. Okay, he goes for a stock. Maybe he has a level 3 in hand already to play.
He also made
Oh,
an effort to play out the Sayaka, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just 2. So the other thing here is Slime, because Slime is out so many climaxes, it's like very possible it just doesn't have the level 3 climax since he played it last turn. But if he does, it's probably GG.
I mean,
Since there's like a 2-1 and he can just keep side attacking into the 2-1, which is like... Oh, it's also the burn 1. Oh, isn't it the clock kick? So that was like basically
I mean,
GG anyway.
Madoka's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, there you have it. Winner is Kevin.